Okay gang, here we are back in again. So we're kicking off with an EMOM for our warm-up, and we've got 3 stations, which means we're going to do each station twice. And the first one is a dead bug. So this is really similar to the bird dogs we did the other day. So many ridiculous names. And we're going to start on our back. Let's have those hands and knees pointing to the ceiling. I'm going to swizzle around actually to show you here. Notice that my shoulders are off the floor as well, so I'm not lying my head down. From here, we're going to send out opposite arm and opposite leg. And try and keep the other ones where they are. I always find this weird thing happens with this, where people bring in the other limbs, but we want to try and keep them staying exactly where they are. So just move the opposite one and keep the other 2 where they are. So that's movement number 1. Movement number 2 is kneeling to standing. Feel free to use a cushion to protect your knees on this. So we're going to go kneeling to standing. Kneeling to standing. It's a weird one, but it is a really good warm-up. So we'll do that for minute 2, and then minute 3, nice and simple jumping jacks. You know that one by now. So then let's look at our strength piece. We've got a nice mixture of some core work and some sumo deadlifts. So we've got another EMOM. We're looking to do 45 seconds of plank rotations. So we're going to go from, it's a little bit like that kneeling to standing drill. We're going to go from elbows to hands on the plank. So starting on the hands, take the feet out a little bit wider on this one, just so we don't wobble too much. Gonna lower to the elbows, and back to the hands. So we're gonna do 45 seconds of that. Try and see if you can alternate which side you're pushing away from each time, because it's gonna work slightly different muscles. I find that really hard. So if you really struggle like me, keep to the same side, and when we come back to it next time in the EMOM, then switch sides if you can't alternate every single rep, just to make sure we're balancing it out. Then the next working station will be some sumo deadlifts. So set up for this, nice and wide, toes facing forwards, and we have a tempo which is 30x0, so that just means a 3-second descent. 0 weight at the bottom, X means we're coming up nice and fast, and 0 weight at the top. So it's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3. There's your X. 1, 2, 3. Up. 1, 2, 3. Up. Etc. So you're going to move like that for 45 seconds. Your 3rd minute is rest. Let's just recoup. Make sure you're feeling okay. And we're going to go around that 4 times for our strength piece. Okay, so for our workout today, it's kind of like the EMOM, except we're going to move every 45 seconds instead. So it means we've got short, sharp bursts of work, less time working each time, which means hopefully we can up the ante a little bit and push for some intensity. We're aiming to work for 30 seconds and then use 15 seconds to transition to the next movement. So our different movements are, we've got some press-ups, so we can find something that's moderate. So we've looked at options before, like on the wall, on the radiator, maybe on a sofa ledge or a kitchen counter. Or I'm going to add one other option in today, which is the negative press-up. So this is just the lowering phase. So if I start on the floor, really slowly pin those elbows into the sides, slowly, slowly, slowly lower, and then relax. So it's a press up, but just the down part. So if we've not quite got the strength to push away yet, this is a really, really good option. So I'll show you one more time. Keeping those elbows in and relax. So maybe go for that one if you're kind of in the middle, if these ones feel too easy, but we're not quite ready for the proper press ups yet. Let's go for some negatives. And the 3rd station is going to be standing upright rows. So we've just got that object, keeping the elbows high, going for a nice pull, making sure those elbows are above the wrists so we don't find ourselves here. And then final minute of work, or final 45 seconds I should say, is some tuck ups. So we're going to start lying on the floor and just bring ourselves into this tucked up position here. So I'm right on my sit bones, notice I'm not here, I'm here. So down, really pulling it in. Then we're going to have 45 seconds full rest and then go through that another time. So we're going to go round and round for 15 minutes. So making sure, because you're only working for 30 seconds at a time on each thing, let's really push that pace, see if we can find some nice intense bursts.